Act. You'll distract yourself from fear. That's right. Act. Take action. You can distract yourself from your fear. That's because taking action tends to push many fears anyway out of your mind. You can push your fears away. Here's how. You can reduce your fear and push it away by organizing your actions into patterns, having compassion for yourself, and allowing momentum to build over time. Organizing your actions into patterns reduces fear. So when you're feeling fearful, you're more likely, to recoil from taking action. But that can put you into a state where you're not able to just dismiss any fears that arise. So one approach that I find useful is to organize a few small actions to take. Actions that fit together, actions that fit a pattern. That way, you're able to gently open yourself to action and actually begin being a person of action again. As you gain experience taking action, other actions that fit that same pattern will feel more familiar to you. So it will be easier to add them in one at a time, things that fit in a pattern. I suggest you become familiar with taking a group of small, related actions to reduce your fear. You can also reduce your fear by taking action with compassion for yourself. Being compassionate for you in the actions that you choose and on how you follow through is going to help you feel more comfortable. And that feeling of comfort in taking action is quite important because as that comfort reduces fear, you'll feel, even more compassion for yourself and more willing to work with yourself. Acting with compassion for you, you'll be able to build up a feeling of being at ease with the idea of you being, an action-taking person. And as you define yourself that way, you'll be able to take better care of yourself because you will be taking action. And when your actions are caring and compassionate of you, as you add one action in at a time, slowly, you'll tend to become even more willing to take on additional action. As you become more willing and able to act, you'll begin to notice your action orientation becomes a part of you. It'll become a habit, and you'll feel better about your new habit of action and how you're being compassionate for yourself. And that leads to less fear. Your action creates forward momentum too, and that reduces the impact of fear. All that action creates momentum. You become a person who is moving forward in many ways, moving forward and growing by the actions that you're starting to take if you follow this plan. Seeing yourself make progress is good for you. When you take action, you're going to tend to make many kinds of progress too. For example, your confidence in your ability to act is going to grow as you gain momentum from acting. Your fear may not vanish, yet the impact of fear will lessen over time. And less fear is better, right? You can get there. Consider something that you're good at, something you could build on slowly to edge away fear. What small action can you take today? Something that you're willing to do. What maybe one or two other actions that are small and related to that action might you be able to think of for the future? Then make an effort to do at least one of those small actions today before you sleep. Then tomorrow, do the one that you chose again and choose the easiest. This is one of those times to be compassionate for yourself. Come up with a few examples of very small things that you could do, things that are related, that are forming a pattern together, so that when you do one and add in another, it'll make it easier to add in still a third and then a fourth. And again, do them one at a time when you're comfortable. So take action today before you sleep. A small action. Part of what taking action does is to distract you from fear. Yet taking action can also push your fears away in many ways. As you organize your action into patterns, as you show compassion for yourself, and as you gain momentum one day at a time, you're going to become a person who is action-oriented. And over time, doing that, you'll replace fear with confidence, and your confidence will continue to grow. Act. You'll distract yourself from fear and grow in many ways. By the way, do you want to learn more? If so, then join the email list here at software-enterprise.com. You'll get an instant access to a gift and email training over time. This is Cynthia Ann Layton. Thanks so much for being here. I'm the owner of Software Enterprise Limited, and I want to make a difference in your life. Thanks for the opportunity to do a little tiny bit today.